Hi everybody, welcome to Draw for Initiative. This is Tina, I'm Sarah. Again, we're having fun in the studio, so expect a giggly voiceover, which we're gonna record after this is done. Today, we're gonna paint blueprints. This lovely game, which is for people that are 14 years and up, 2 to 4 people, for about 30 minutes. You gotta build stuff, which nobody likes. We don't like to stack things. Nah, it's boring, right? So yeah, you can check out I think we made a gamers couch. If so, there's an iCard. You can check it out if you're interested in the game. My dear, what did you paint?
I made a classical scene. Well, at least for us it is. Because one of the things you probably also noticed first about me, when we have multiple dice at the table or other board game stuff, I start stacking them. For some reason I can't
stacking them. We cannot play sometimes. That's not true.
You just destroy my buildings and then play anyways.
Yes.
You don't even admire them.
I do. Her buildings actually always are phallus shaped.
No.
So often, very often. It's it's very interesting to play with her. If you search for dice and she's at the table, look at her area. She's probably very creative with a sculpture or a building or whatever she does. Just saying. Anyway. But yeah, it
usually causes Sarah to laugh and
Daniel to despair.
Yeah, he's just doing the facepalm all the time. So I pictured that,
which is very funny. I pretty much went for a building that you probably would have built at the table, and I tried to make it children's book looking like illustrations for children's book. I cannot talk. I'm sorry, folks. I hope it's going to be better once we sit there and do the voiceover, which is now. And here we are.
Yay!
Good start. We're still goofy. We just finished the intro and now we can talk painting and talk stacking things, especially dice or other board game components like meeples, cubes, all the things.
Coins.
Yeah, and you know, folks, she's not only stacking 6-sided dice. No, she stacks all the other ones, 20-sided dice, 10, 12, 8, whatever, and they all make wonderful sculptures.
Well, it's a profession, I guess.
Yeah, you're a professional stacker.
Well, as long as you don't call me a professional snacker. It's
No,
right,
I would never do that. Wow, no. You're an architect and an artist
well,
and a stacker.
I always wanted to be an architect, to be honest.
Yeah, for the longest time I was thinking about that career too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
my dad...
Here's the thing, people. I actually didn't know this.
Sometimes I have new clues for you. Because my dad was architect for mining equipment and tunnels and stuff. So he actually worked with the so-called Reißbrett, which will be in a painting of us later.
Oh my gosh, I know the word for it, but I can't remember it.
I'm totally blanking as well, so sorry, folks. It might be in the comments if you write it or if I remember to put it there. That's the problem when working weeks ahead. I don't remember things.
Yeah, same here.
And I do not really watch my own videos once they are up on YouTube. So I only watch them while I edit. So this is fun. Sorry, folks. But I'm going to point to the screen, which you cannot see later, and try to describe when the Reißbrett will be up on the paintings here. So you know what we mean. And that's your German lesson, folks. You're welcome.
Drawing board?
Drawing board. Thank you. See? She's smart. She can remember.
Sometimes I don't derp as much as I do on other days.
Oh, well. We all derp at least once a week.
Oh, yeah. I'm perfectly derpy most of the time.
Oh, well. It's a quality. I mean... You can have that in any dating profile or when you apply for a new job. What's your specialty? I'm derpy once a week at least. That's a promise.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
You would be, well. It's very good for work climate because everybody is very very giggly in the office at least once a week. So. I think that's a good idea, is it not?
So let's hope it's not a home office day. So
no, you got to be there on the derp day. You cannot have a home office day. That's actually why my quality of derpiness only comes out on the videos once in a while because, well, I'm always having a home office. So if I'm not filming that day, the derpiness is not recognized by other people. Can you see that today is such a day? Today is a derpy day.
Do you actually have blue
yes.
lead?
Yes.
Isn't that
yes.
pressured pencil thingy?
Yes.
How do you call those things?
Mechanical
pencil. Okay.
Yeah.
In German, you call them Druckbleistift, which means pressure pencil.
Graphite pencil. Yeah. Yeah, I do. It's a blue one.
Why?
Because it's actually really cool to sketch. It's very light.
I love it.
But it's not very well erasable. And that's a word.
I know. I just learned some weeks ago why you would sketch in colored pencil stuff, but I know it in the combination with the lightbox. So that made totally sense to me, and I, had that epiphany basically.
Yeah.
So like, and I needed to get the lightbox for myself. I probably told this a while ago.
I think it was in the last video that you mentioned it.
Oh my!
I think
I'm so repetitive.
No. It's just it was just one sentence that you said you worked with a lightbox, not that you got it and you're now learning how to use it on different kinds of papers and stuff. You weren't there in the detail.
Oh my gosh, that's good. At least someone's listening to me and reminding me of what
I'm always listening to you.
Yeah, I know, and I'm so happy about it. But I finally found a person to appreciate my rambling.
That's interesting. If I don't listen, how can I say what kind of day you have? If you have a goofy day, if you have a bad day, if you need support or if you need to be left alone, if you need to listen, if you need to talk, how do I know if I don't listen to you and get the tiny little nuances of how you talk in what mood? This is how you
there's the Bluetooth.
Communicate with people. Yeah,
that's the Bluetooth.
But sometimes when there's cloudy weather, the Bluetooth is not that strong. I mean, we have interferences with the VLAN here, so I don't know. Sometimes you need to talk. Just saying. Oh, I have to talk to hubby, of course.
Is it late night dinner?
No, it's actually during the day, and I'm just showing him. Ta-da! There's the line work.
I like the line work. It's really, really good.
Thank you.
And I just,
there's the kiddo colors.
Yeah. Just before we started the record button here, she showed me the finished painting and was like, that's my old school watercolors. And I'm like, no way.
But they are, see?
Yeah, there they are. I wouldn't believe it. But yeah.
They're very chalky.
That's the true artist for you.
I just felt like kids painting, so I used the kids' colors.
That's all right. It worked really well.
Yeah, I was kind of worried at that stage because I didn't remember the blue being so vibrant and so turquoise in your face. I didn't remember that.
Just like a week ago, I watched a challenge by Paint with Jazza or One with Jazza.
Yeah, Draw with
Jazza. Yeah. You know that channel. So and he made
I get it recommended.
Yeah, he made a comparison of what was it? Was it students watercolors.
Yeah, I saw there was a thumbnail with cheap versus artist quality.
Oh, it was actually colored pencils, the ones that he got for his son when we were in the restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And then
the $0 and the $100.
Yeah, and then he recreated the painting. Yeah, it was so interesting what he could, what a good artist can do with the cheapest stuff. I wouldn't imagine. It's really impressive.
Talking about supplies, you're using the watercolor pencils for the first time, the Albrecht Dürers.
Yeah, so... the ones that I had laid my eyes upon, and I was like, nope, can't afford it, but I know who will probably be able to and like those.
Yeah, and likes to share the supplies in the studio. So that wasn't really my first interest, but I was really thinking you would probably be happy to have those since you use so many color pencils and stuff. So it made sense to, So how did you like him?
Folks, do you know that feeling when you know something that you get in your hands is actually really good, but you just suck with it?
Yeah, well, you don't know how to make it do the things that you know it can do.
Yeah, it was pretty much a testing painting for me, just to get a bit into it, and the lead was quite soft. It was really, really unexpectedly soft, so I had to constantly sharpen because I like my pencils really, really sharpened to get all the details. And I really, it didn't work as much as I want, and it made that step from really light and not that much saturated color to bam in your face in like just a blink of an eye, and you have to be really, really careful with them.
Light hand, super light feather hand with them, hummingbird hand,
and that's not actually a thing biology provided me with. So there's that.
So you need a bit of a harder lead.
A little bit, yeah. Okay. I have the Koh-i-Noor, and I actually get quite along with them. I guess.
So they got a bit of a harder lead, and you can control them better.
Yes, they control better, and they still are vibrant.
Yeah.
And I have the feeling, at least, they don't leave as much the surface marks when you scribble with them.
Yeah.
But that might just be a thing of the paper I use at home. I use a different paper.
I had the same thing on different kinds of papers with the Albrecht Dürers, and I think they just get, since they are so soft, they just get into the valleys and onto the top, and then when you liquefy it and you don't have a lot of water, but just a teeny tiny bit, then you don't get the pigment in the valley.
Oh, for some parts I used quite a lot of water and still didn't get...
Still, okay.
I mean... Maybe
it could be the paper. It has quite a lot of fiber.
Yes, this one has. So maybe that's the thing. But it's not bad. Once you get used to it, you probably can do quite a lot. And I mean, I've seen your color book pages.
Color book pages.
Thank you so much.
So welcome.
Yeah, I've seen that and what you can do with it. So
but I had the same thing on the color book pages as well, where it left the texture marks, and that is very smooth paper. So I don't know. They're just very, very soft.
Yeah, you need to find the right combination and the right purpose for them, as with every material, I guess.
Exactly. Sometimes you want to see the marks and you want to have a bit of texture, and I think then,
for example, here with the wood,
or with the hair here on my side, just over the ear, the texture there, I really like it with the pencil.
How do you think I caught you? You usually don't like portraits of you.
Pretty good. Especially, you got one of my favorite outfits, the yellow t-shirt, the blue skirt, and the orange tights. You got the outfit perfectly well. So That's me, folks, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm so happy about this because with portraits, I'm never sure, and I know Sarah usually doesn't like portraits of herself, so that's always a thing where I have to be quite. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, but I don't mind as much if somebody else paints them or draws them, but if I have to do a self-portrait, no, I don't like it. Ugh. So yeah,
and
but I really like that you got your current hairstyle.
Yeah.
There in there,
I
we have
mean-
the same skirt. We both have a blue skirt.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we are like
We
sisters
dress-
from another mister, and sometimes
we
we
dress
actually,
alike,
yeah, it really happens. I come here and we are like, what the hell?
Somebody has to change clothes, otherwise we look like the terrible twins, you know. And there's the Reißbrett or the drawing board,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
And kudos for that to Sarah, because I was like, oh my gosh, I need something in that background and I have no idea what. And she was like, well, why not this and that? And I'm like, huh, all right.
But it's
Let's do it.
architecture.
It's true.
I mean,
yeah,
wow.
it helped me such a lot. Really much. Thank you.
yeah, well, sometimes I do have quite nice ideas.
Ideas, yeah.
Ideas. That was the third go. It's not like I'm looking onto the paper and saying, yeah, you got to do that, but it's more like, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? Or maybe that could work. It's more like that way. Anyway. So, yeah. Almost
Yeah,
done.
you're
Grandma and the dog are getting
Oh, the
colored.
little doggy up there. Did you see it? That's so cute.
Just for you.
Do you want to tell them about what your hubby said?
My hubby sees a goblin in the dark because, like, from Sesame Street or something. There was this Graf Zahl.
Yeah.
I don't know what
it's
he's
Sesame
called.
Street, yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
He's
so
Count-
he's like Count.
He's Count.
Count. Yeah, and he sometimes, if he has his nose up in the air, he's like, and that posture. But with a goblin, he sees that in the dark, and 90 degrees rotated. The nose is pointing to the left. I say it's a left ear. He says no, it's a nose. So
Well, that's
but
what
he-
you get from being married, I
yeah,
guess.
it's fine. He liked grandma in her.
Yeah.
In her Kittelschürze. And
Oh my god, I don't know that word. For sure I don't know that. I think it's a
it's
German thing.
yeah.
I've never seen those
Yeah,
things.
it's like a housework coat that the ladies in the late 40s up to the 70s wore to not get the Sunday clothes dirty. Anyway, we're at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed us rambling and maybe you learned so many new German words. Maybe you just giggled. I don't know. We're gonna see you in 2 weeks with the new painting, and until then, do all the good YouTube stuff. Like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment either on the Geek List, Draw for Initiative, or here in the YouTubes. We would love that. Have a wonderful day. Bye.